Today I'm studying Psalm 7 in my Psalm book, and the overall message and theme of the Psalm is do not rejoice if God causes your enemy to suffer, since punishment meted out on behalf of the righteous is not good for them. So in case you didn't know, the Jewish holidays of Passover and Purim, we do not celebrate them on the day that our enemies fell. For example, we do not celebrate Passover the same day that the Egyptians drowned in the ocean or in the sea. And we also do not celebrate Purim the same day that Haman, the evil Haman who was planning our extermination, we don't celebrate that holiday the day that he was hung and his 10 sons were hung. So we do not celebrate the downfall of even wicked people, because they too are creations of God. So that is a very big distinction between us and our enemies, between righteous people and wicked people, is that we are not happy when harm is caused to anyone else. Even if we have to do it in self-defense, it's with a very heavy heart that we do those acts of self-defense and retribution, and to keep our people safe and to send a message that this is not okay, and we're not going to take it. So in the Psalm, it's talking about King David, defending himself against Saul, who was his father-in-law, who tried to take the kingship from him. So it says that Saul precipitated his own harm, while David's intentions were only for the good. So sometimes when people rise up against us, they're really causing their own demise, because it's karma. It's like the laws of nature. What comes around goes around. If you try to harm others, you will be harmed. So I want to focus on, this is chapter 7 of Psalms, verse 17. The Hebrew says, Yeshuv amalo berosho, his mischief will return upon his own head, ve'al kadkado chamaso yered, his violence will come down upon his own skull. And it's so interesting to me, chamaso, which is translated here as his violence, which also means his wrath, comes from the word Hamas, which is the name of the Palestinian terror organization. Now, in case people don't know much about the Middle East political situation there, the Palestinian people, the Arab people who are living in Israel, they're not bad people. It is their, like, the Hamas, which is the terror organization, has taken control by force. So this is a terror organization who hides behind innocent civilians, their own people, and uses them as a human shield. And so because Israel tries its very best not to harm civilians in cases of war like we're in now, they purposely hide behind civilians, because they know that Israel will not target civilians. They would not want to risk civilians being harmed. But this psalm is very prophetic, and it's basically saying, if you do bad things, you should expect bad to come to you. And we see that in the news, like when the Palestinian terrorists murder Jews, they're celebrating, they're happy. But then if one of their people gets murdered in retribution or in self-defense or whatever it is, they're very sad. So it's just very perplexing about how they could value their own human life, but they don't value our human life. Like, we're not human beings in their eyes. We're just like people that are standing in their way. So anyway, if you read the Psalms, you'll find that there's a lot of things that actually pertain to today, because these are like recurring themes in nature and the world, with like war and suffering and etc. So I pray that if you or anyone that has loved ones in Israel, that no harm come to them, that they be safe and sound, and that this war ends quickly. So things that we can do are to pray, give charity, and do acts of loving kindness, and work on improving ourselves. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.